What's up, guys? Terra Classic is still pumping and just broke through another resistance, so we're going to look at how high this pump could go. Let's check it out. So we have Terra Classic here, and check out this massive green candle. Crazy. This is a daily candle and it's huge, and we just broke through another resistance here, so I'm going to show you in a sec how high this could go, where the next resistance level is. But let's see how high this pump is so far. So well, first off, on the day, we're up 63% in just the last 24 hours. So huge pump today. But if we measure this all the way from the bottom here, but a little over a week ago, to the top of this pump, that is 183% gain in a little over a week. So we've just about tripled our money now. So congrats, guys. Good stuff. Of course, if you've been watching my videos, then I'm sure you're all holding Terra Classic, and we've all been buying down here like we've been talking about. So yeah, we've about tripled our money now in the last week or so, and just broke through another resistance level. So that means we're likely to see this pump continue, and there isn't much resistance for quite a ways above this one. We don't have another resistance, major resistance, until 45. So we could see this pump just continue and have another massive leg up, just like we had here. The next gap's even bigger, and we could possibly come down a little bit and retest this level and see if it acts as support for us now before heading up. But also possible it could just be like this, where we just keep going straight up. Now eventually we're going to see a bit, it's not going to pump forever. At some point we're going to see a big red candle, just like back here, where suddenly it goes down. But yeah, it's probably going to be a blow off top, just like back here. So nobody knows how high exactly it's going to go, but since we broke this resistance, there's a good chance we could pump all the way up to the next level of resistance at 45. So we'll see if we make it there. When we broke this one, I said the same thing, and yeah, we did end up making it to the next level, and we broke right through that one too. So potentially this could just keep pumping all the way up until the 1.2% burn implementation around middle of September. That'd be crazy, because that's still like 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away. So it's getting implemented September 12th, but at a 0%. So then they have to do a parameter change to change the percentage to 1.2%. That takes like 7 days. So the actual date is going to be around September 19th. So that's like 2.5 weeks away. So if it keeps pumping all the way till that event, the price could get pretty crazy. We could possibly even get to 1/10 of a cent. Now the market cap is starting to get pretty big. So we're now at a 1.6 billion market cap. So market cap's getting pretty big. Now, can we get to 1/10 of a cent? Yeah. Our market cap would get quite large. Like we'd have around like a 6 billion market cap if we got to 1/10 of a cent. So that's pretty large, especially in a bear market, but that's definitely doable. Now, the fact that Terra Classic is pumping like this, almost 200% during a bear market when everything is going down. Look at Bitcoin going down, even in the past few days and weeks going down. And Terra Classic's pumping like crazy. That's super bullish. Imagine when we're in a bull market, how much Terra Classic could pump once we are back in a bull market, which will happen eventually. So that's super bullish. Volume is going crazy. Volume's up 248%. We're at over 1 billion in volume now, 1.1 billion in volume. And with that kind of volume, once the 1.2% burn is implemented, we could burn a crazy amount of tokens. So if we're seeing 1 billion in volume with the 1.2% burn in place, we could be burning over 1 trillion tokens per month. So with our supply at about a little over 6 trillion tokens, we could get through the supply pretty fast. Of course, as you burn tokens and the price goes higher, you're going to burn less with each transaction. So you're going to need the volume to also increase to maintain the same burn rate. So keep that in mind. Even though maybe the first month we would burn 1 trillion tokens with 1 billion in volume. if the price goes way up, then the amount we're burning is going to go down. So yeah, with $1 billion in volume, it's looking like we could burn through the whole supply and get to $1 in 6 months, but it would actually take a bit longer than that, assuming the price goes up. I mean, if the price stayed the same, then yeah, we could burn through the entire supply in 6 months, but the price will go up, so it'll take a bit longer. But even if it takes, I think it's going to at least take a few years to get to $1, but even if it does take like 3 years, that's still an insane gain. That's turning like your currently $255 into $1 million. So if that takes a few years, it's still going to be amazing. And potentially we could see 1/10 of a cent here within the next few weeks, and that's a huge gain. That's going to be like over a 10x from where we were down here. So that would be insane, especially during a bear market. That's even crazy gains for a bull market, but during a bear market, that would be nuts. And yeah, and then eventually we'll get to a penny, possibly within a year or so if things go well, and then maybe within a few years get to $1 if everything goes well. So yeah, crazy stuff. Volume is going crazy. We have the 1.2% burn coming up in the middle of September, so we might pump all the way up until that date, and then usually how it works is when you actually get to the date of the event, then you see a dump in the price. So I'll keep you guys updated on how things are looking leading up to that. If we've pumped way up and we're getting close to the 1.2% burn, then you probably want to take some profits. That would be my advice, but of course not financial advice. All right, and then USDC hasn't been doing much, but it's actually starting to pump now, starting to follow Terra Classic again. Not an insane pump, but it is starting to pump a little bit. It's created a higher high than back here and hitting resistance right now. We'll see if it can break through. If it does, then it could head up to 5 cents. It's at about 3.5 cents right now. But yeah, Terra Classic, it's just going straight up. How long do you think this is going to go? We broke through resistance, so good chance we could head all the way up to 45 within the next few days. Going to be crazy to watch. But yeah, congrats to everybody who held on through all these boring times. Like I've been saying many times, usually when the price is very flat and boring and you don't want to even pay attention to it anymore, that's when the huge moves come. We saw it back here and we saw it again here. So yeah, we're up almost 200% in the last few weeks. So it feels good to be making these massive gains during a bear market. And that's what we like to do on this channel. That's why we've been covering Terra Classic for months. So anyways, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and share this video so everyone can find out about Terra Classic, get in before this burn hits. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching till the very end. You guys are awesome, and I'll see y'all later. Good night.